Do you ever scroll social media comparing yourself to all those super successful entrepreneurs you see? Do you feel drained and disappointed thinking that you'll never be enough? Do you feel like you're doing so much more work than all the people that are succeeding around you? If this happens to you, it's important to realize that it happens to all of us. In a world dominated by social media, we are inundated with images and messages of people's perfect lives and their wildly successful businesses, or so they claim. But remember that no one's life is perfect, being successful isn't easy, and social media is not a reflection of reality. Being an entrepreneur is very hard, and anyone who tells you otherwise isn't honest. If you're struggling and overwhelmed, you're not the odd person out, but you're one of many who are pursuing their own path and persevering through hard times. You are enough, no matter how much you earn, how productive you are, or how many mistakes you make. It's time to embrace your imperfections. You're a wonderful, flawed, mistake-making person, and that's enough. If you need a little help embracing your flaws, Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection is a great little book. I'm Beth Houtrow, founder of Climb the Small Business Book Club, and this week I'll be sharing 5 key lessons to build your self-worth from The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Lesson number 1 from The Gifts of Imperfection. Never-ending work is not proof of your value. How many times have you heard someone say, I'll do anything for my business, brag about their commitment. I work 80 hours a week. I'll do whatever it takes to make this business succeed. The truth is, overworking yourself is nothing to be proud of, and you should never feel guilty for stopping when you're drained. Exhaustion diminishes your ability to be creative, effective, and accurate. You make more mistakes and produce lower quality work, not to mention how miserable you feel. Rather than pushing through, you must recognize exhaustion as a sign that you need to take a break, and then be deliberate about identifying what type of break will rejuvenate you the most. Don't always default to Instagram scrolling or mindless munching. Find something that will actually energize you. Whether it's watching an episode of Bridgerton, taking a walk, snuggling with your cat, or chatting with a friend. Give yourself permission to take the time to do something that will truly reinvigorate you so you can be at your best when you return to work. Lesson number 2 from The Gifts of Imperfection. Stop comparing yourself to social media. Social media is the land of exaggeration. Never forget that. No one's life or business is as perfect as they suggest. Stop using social media as an indication of reality. They aren't perfect, and neither are you. Perfection isn't possible. Unfortunately, it's in our evolutionary nature to believe what we see with our eyes. So before you jump on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever platform, be sure to remind yourself that what you're seeing is usually photoshopped and staged. It's not real life. Comparing yourself to what you see on social media is destructive and demotivating. If you aspire to this pretend perfection, you will always be disappointed in yourself. Lesson number 3 from The Gifts of Imperfection. Create belonging with your imperfections. Imagine that you were in a networking group where everyone only shared their successes. Everyone constantly insisted they were crushing it and had everything figured out. Odds are pretty good that you would feel compelled to only share your wins. You would hide your fears and insecurities and never talk about the mistakes you made. You'd put up this shield to fit in, filtering yourself to make sure you never slipped up and admitted your imperfections. But fitting in and belonging are not the same thing, and belonging is far more powerful of a connection. Belonging means that you can come as your true self. You can share who you really are and what you've actually experienced, the good and the bad. If you want to create a sense of belonging for you and those around you, you must find the courage to own your own mistakes. And if you're part of a community that doesn't accept imperfections, find a new community that's courageous enough to embrace the full entrepreneurial experience. Your common experience of being imperfect entrepreneurs will create a far greater bond and sense of belonging than trying to connect over some misleading stories of perfection. Lesson number 4 from the Gifts of Imperfection. Don't go it alone. So many small business owners believe that they need to solve every problem on their own because they're entrepreneurs and that's what entrepreneurs do. Have you ever felt this way? You're the boss, you're the leader. You can give help, but you can't ask for it. So many people believe that leaders don't get help, but nothing could be further from the truth. The most successful people in this world have oodles of help. They have a network of peers to offer advice and support, therapists and coaches to help manage their lives and work, and mentors to steer them in the right direction. Leaders get help. Leaders don't do it alone. Create a network of support and your chance of success will grow exponentially. Lesson number 5 from the Gifts of Imperfection. Know that you're worthy no matter what. Brené Brown says, wholehearted living is about engaging in our lives from a place of worthiness. It means cultivating the courage, compassion, and connection to wake up in the morning and think, no matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough. We live in a world that is constantly telling us that we need to do more, be more, and have more. But the belief that you're never enough will do nothing but hold you back from loving your life. And isn't having a good life the reason you became an entrepreneur in the first place? Didn't you embark on this journey to build the life you wanted? If your dream is to build a better life, you must start with believing that you are enough. You deserve love, you deserve support, and you deserve happiness. Stop being in constant competition with everyone else, or worse, in competition with these staged social media personas. Focus on you, believe in you, and love you. And knowing you're enough doesn't mean you stop growing. You can believe that you are enough today and still believe in your capacity to become better tomorrow. My small business book review for the Gifts of Imperfection. This book certainly wasn't written specifically for small business owners, but I think it speaks to us in a very special way. Being a small business owner is a difficult, often lonely experience. Because we're solely responsible for the success of our business, when our business isn't succeeding, it's nearly impossible to not take it personally. If you ever feel this way, the Gifts of Imperfection is a great resource to remind you that you're more than your business and more than your wealth. And wherever you are enough today. I give the Gifts of Imperfection a 4.5 out of 5 stars for small business owners. Hey, small business owners, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you'd like to join the discussion, visit us at Climb the Small Business Book Club. The link is in the description, and we'd love to meet you.